How long will the American Nightmare Cody Rhodes be champion? I've seen people have their own perspectives and opinions about how his run should be, really, so let's dive into the conversation. This is a very freaking unique and interesting topic, but I think some people are looking too deep into it and for the wrong scenarios. Like, Cody Rhodes can't walk in the shoes that Roman did as champion. He was champion for 1,316 days. He was the longest champion that we've seen in WWE in 35 years. So Cody's not going to match that reign no matter what he does. But Cody Rhodes doesn't have to. There's nobody else who would have beat Roman that would have been able to be the type of champion that he was able to do from all aspects of storytelling, match quality, promo ability, character work, making other stars along the way that were within the group of him, and having a lengthy reign like that as champion. Roman is a once-in-a-lifetime champion that will probably never be replicated again, and Cody Rhodes doesn't have to be the champion that Roman was. Cody just has to be the Cody Rhodes champion of the WWE, of his version. And that could determine how long he could hold the championship. There are some people who feel like he needs to hold it for at least over a year. I'm not really one of those people. I would say, like, to Survivor Series, that would be fine to me. That's, like many, many months right there. I mean, Cody holding the championship for over a year wouldn't be terrible to me. I wouldn't put past WWE to do so, but does he really need to? I think a lot of people feel like he has to hold it that long just because Roman Reigns had the championship that long, but just because Roman was champion that long doesn't mean that Cody has to be a long champion either. But on this main roster, Triple H does love the long-term booking champions. Rhea Ripley, before she had to relinquish her championship, had the title for 380 days. Gunther was 666 days as Intercontinental Champion, longest reign ever. I mean, Seth Rollins was champion for over a year with the World Heavyweight title. And then, of course, Roman Reigns was champion for 3.5 years. But what makes a good champion doesn't matter how many times you defend it, doesn't matter how many times you show up, whether you're on a full-time or part-time schedule. What makes a good champion, whether you're world champion, mid-card champion, tag team champion, it doesn't matter. What makes a good champion is what can you do with the championship? Can you make the title mean something when you're holding it? Can you bring it up to relevancy and make it mean important things if the championship has been died down within the company for years? Or if you're the world champion, top champion in the company, can you make yourself have the aura of feeling like a world champion? That's all Cody Rhodes really needs to do, whether he's champion for a year or not a year. Just provide good matches as champion, tell great stories as champion, have great character work, great promos, and all the package that you need to be a great champion. Those are the four main keys right there. As long as he can do that, Cody gonna be Gucci. Because I think what some people aren't putting into account, I think Cody Rhodes is going to be a multiple-time world champion. This isn't going to be his only run as world champion. He's going to lose it eventually, but I think he's going to win it back. He's not just going to be world champion just once and never touch it again. I think he's going to win the world title on a couple occasions. But I know how some of the Cody haters working right now. They praying on that man's downfall because they don't want him to succeed as world champion so they can brag about it. So they're trying to nitpick and compare to what Cody can do as world champion compared to what Roman did as world champion. That's just an unfair advantage for Cody Rhodes because there's not a soul on the roster to me. Doesn't matter who would have beat Roman Reigns if it wasn't Cody Rhodes. I don't think anybody can fill the shoes that Roman did as world champion and possibly even match and did what he did as champion. I think that some people need to realize that, but there are some people who feel like because Roman had this legendary run as champion, Cody has to, do the exact same thing that Roman did to a T, and that's just not the case. Cody Rhodes can still be a great champion. He can still be a phenomenal champion without doing everything that Roman did as champion. But you know what? That burden was going to follow any WWE superstar in that locker room who beat Roman. It just happened to be Cody Rhodes to dethrone him as champion. So the burden's going to follow him. But Cody Rhodes can be just fine and just be a good champion, just doing the things that he's already been doing the last 2 years in WWE, because obviously it's got him popular, it's got him loved by a majority of the fans, and the company's really high on him. If the company wasn't so high on him, he would have never beat Roman Reigns at WrestleMania 40 to begin with. So Cody Rhodes has all the credentials to be a great champion, whether he's champ for 8 months, a year, maybe a year and a half, but he doesn't have to have this long lengthy reign as champion just because Roman Reigns had this run as champion for 3.5 years. Cody Rhodes can be a great champion, just fine doing things the way he's been doing.